It's something almost every parent worries about, certainly I do. The day their daughter brings home her first boyfriend. What kind of boy is he? Is she safe with him? Tonight, the story of a 15-year-old who wasn't safe, but was her boyfriend to blame.
For the past 10 years, her family has struggled with the mystery of what happened to her, and now they're about to get some answers as police call in a secret society of experts, crime solvers from around the world who focus their skills on cold cases. Jim Avila follows their leads.
Unknown if he's carrying a gun. We assume he is. And we're taking him down today.
It's the biggest day in Southwest Oregon law enforcement in 10 years.
Our goal, first thing, is to take him into custody without any incidents. Everybody's safe, nobody gets hurt.
The Coquille, Oregon Police Department believes it has finally cracked a decade-long mystery. A cold case many in this lumber and fishing town of 4,000 feared would never be solved.
I'm very excited. Very excited.
But here it is, a suspect in their sights, an arrest made just days ago, and 2020 is allowed inside the reopened investigation from start to finish.
2020 will be present, and they'll be in with us.
He's walking down the driveway right now.
It's a rare behind-the-scenes ride-along in the hunt for clues in the disappearance of 15-year-old Leah Freeman.
He's in custody.
She was just a high school freshman. Scrapbooks show her looking radiant back in the summer of 2000. A scrappy little spitfire of a girl. Point guard on the basketball team with a wit as quick as her rapid-fire jump shot.
She was just goofy, always trying to make people laugh. She always kind of went that extra little mile to try to make you smile.
And then the moon comes out and the sun goes down, and I'm back to dreaming about another day to take me away, but it's right in front of me.
And her friend Stacy Crutchfield says what was making Leah smile the summer of her disappearance was her handsome prom date, Nick McGuffin, an 18-year-old graduating senior.
They had a pretty serious relationship pretty quickly, and they spent a lot of time together. I know that Leah really cared about him a great deal.
Some, including best friend Sherry Mitchell, thought Leah was too young for a romance with a much older teen in a hurry.
I don't think that she'd really had like a serious boyfriend at all before him, and so I'm sure that he just made her feel special. He was definitely a flirt. I think that he was kind of dangerous. Maybe she liked the danger side of him.
And of course, says Leah's mother, Corey Courtwright, there was his age. An 18-year-old boy anxious to explore, matched with a girl too young to have sex.
Found out that they were being sexually active, and that was disturbing for me. She wanted him to be her boyfriend, and I didn't.
Turns out her best friend Sherry wanted them apart too. Leah confides in a letter to her that she was worried about the tumultuous nature of their budding romance.
I just didn't feel like being around him anymore tonight. I love him to death, but that boy gets an attitude sometimes.
On the night of Leah's disappearance, Sherry demands she break up with Nick. That idea did not go over well with Leah, who stormed out of Sherry's house into the warm summer evening.
And so when she left, what was her mood at that point, do you think?
Oh, she was pissed. I remember her saying to me, "I'm sorry, I'm not good enough for you."
She left Sherry's and she walked down 4th Street and turned left on Central Boulevard. She was seen walking by McKay's Market.
She would never make it home. Leah is last seen alone near a gas station in downtown Coquille. Among those looking for her that night is her concerned boyfriend, Nick McGuffin.
He came at 9 and asked if she was there, and I said no. We got in a fight. She left. She's mad. I had him call her mom.
An hour later, Nick did call Leah's mom, asking if she was there, promising to go find her.
I said, okay, hung the phone back up, fell back asleep, and I didn't wake up till 3:30. And I got up to go to the bathroom. And I looked in her room, and her bed was empty. My first thought was that she must be with Nick. Where else could she be?
At first light, Corey calls Nick again.
He goes, "She didn't come home last night?" And I said, "No, where is she?" He goes, "I don't know."
Immediately, people started putting out flyers, they started putting out ribbons.
The police assume Leah is just a troubled teen who had run away for a few days to figure things out. It was an assumption that till this day many criticize as the reason the search for Leah went so cold. Kathy Erickson was editor of the county's largest daily paper.
I think that the Coquille Police Department simply was lacking in motivation at that point.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't get along with the first chief of police that we have here. He simply wouldn't answer me. He was mean and rude to me. He proceeded to stick his finger in my face and scream at me.
The mother of a murder victim?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Chief, talk to you for a second? The former Coquille chief denied several requests by 2020 for an interview.
I just thought it was fair that we come and try to ask you a couple of important questions that are...
Can I answer any questions?
Can you tell me why you considered it a...
Chief Mike Reeves later returned to tell me he denies being rude or any lack of motivation, but he agrees it was not until 5 days after Leah disappeared that he was convinced of foul play. What changed his mind? Shocking evidence that could not be ignored. A blood-spattered gym shoe is turned into police. And then 2 days after that, a few miles away, a second matching shoe. A month later, a gruesome discovery. A police officer is sent to find Leah's mother.
He said, "Corey, I need to take you home." I said, "They found her." He told me he didn't know. He said, "All I know is I got a call from dispatch and I need to take you home."
But you knew.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew, but I still let the denial take over. I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to hear the final news. I didn't want to hear it. Got home and the preacher's car was in front of the house. Devastated.
The body of a teenage female, tentatively identified as Leah Freeman, was discovered in the Fairview area.
With Leah's body found, the case is now reclassified as homicide. And from the start, boyfriend Nick McGuffin is brought in to help.
You know what this is about, right? Missing person case?
Oh, yeah.
And you know the victim in this case, Leah, how do you know her?
She's my girlfriend.